Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier, who used to work at Kotaku, is claiming that if you believe that Sweet Baby Inc. had anything to do with the failure of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, those are just angry hallucinations created by grifters. I think it is Jason Schreier who is living in delusion land. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Wrote this up over at thatparkplace.com yesterday. And this is what Jason Schreier had to say. He published an article for Bloomberg claiming to reveal inside details about the failure of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. He claims he spoke to around a dozen employees at Rocksteady, or individuals who I guess worked on the game. In his article, he claims the game's $200 million failure is due to, quote, a constantly shifting vision, a culture of rigid perfectionism, and a genre pivot that was ill-suited for the studio. He also noted the game was, quote, plagued by countless delays. So that is what he says is the reason for why this game failed. He makes absolutely no mention of the Sweet Baby Inc. detected Steam curator list created by Brazilian gamer Cabrutus Rambo that has now nearly 400,000 followers. The list is essentially a boycott list of all games that Sweet Baby Inc. worked on that are available to purchase on Steam. The first game added to the list was Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Since its creation, the list has evolved to include games that are infected with DEI agenda, but have not employed Sweet Baby Inc. Cabrutus has also added one game that he recommends to the list, The Great Rebellion, which he declares as 100% DEI free. So the list has obviously evolved over time, but when Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League released, it was the first game on the list, and the list was just putting out all games that Sweet Baby Inc. had worked on, and was effectively a boycott list for games that Sweet Baby Inc. had worked on. It was basically telling gamers, Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on them. I don't recommend these games. You probably shouldn't purchase them, play them either. And we know Sweet Baby's involvement in the game was a major problem for many gamers because we have YouTuber Endymion, who has nearly 250,000 subscribers, noting that writer Amy Lee Shaw, who was a writer for Rocksteady, she now works for Sweet Baby Inc., and he says that Amy Lee Shaw and Sweet Baby Inc. ruined the game. He shared this in February, a week after the game release. He said this: of course, Amy tries to take the moral high ground here, but the truth is that the damage is done, and what her and the team over at Sweet Baby has done to Suicide Squad, not to mention other games like Spider-Man 2 and more. Everything they touch lessens and cheapens the stories and characters within them. It's gotten so bad that the name Sweet Baby is all but considered a taboo term. It's just as bad as when customers label a product as woke. Now, they're synonymous, in my opinion. Now, openly stating your game has any relations to Sweet Baby has become code for people to avoid that product entirely like the plague, because chances are, whatever your game is, if Sweet Baby is involved, it'll be ruined and made into a pandering mess to some capacity. And as I said, he has nearly 250,000 subscribers. I think this video alone did something like 330,000 views. So you cannot tell me that the Sweet Baby Inc. boycott, Sweet Baby Inc. being involved in this game, was not affecting the sales of this game when you have big personalities like Endymion basically condemning the game for Sweet Baby's Inc.'s involvement in it. And again, this was a week after the game released. So I'm very positive that people did indeed decide not to purchase this game based on Endymion's review here, as well as other YouTubers. It wasn't just Endymion. Obviously, I'm just highlighting him. It's very clear that Sweet Baby Inc.'s involvement in the game definitely affected its sales. Now, I'm not saying that's the only thing. Obviously, there's lots of factors that go into it. Obviously, I think the gameplay in general was a big issue. The fact that it was kind of like a live service game, and people aren't really interested in a lot of that stuff anymore. It's a very competitive market in that, with the 5v5 hero shooters, which I guess in Suicide Squad it's like kind of 4v4 or whatever. But even in like the co-op stuff, like it's highly competitive. You already have Valorant, you already have Overwatch 2 that have a lot of that market share already. So I definitely understand that it's not just Sweet Baby Inc. But clearly, I do think Sweet Baby Inc. played a significant role in this game's failure. When challenged on his kind of omission of leaving Sweet Baby Inc. out of the article, this person here, Justin, North Carolina, says, not one mention of the woke tone turning off fans or Sweet Baby Inc. influence. Really, Jason? And Jason responds, this article is about what actually happened. It's clearly not. I mean, we're talking about player backlash to this game. The creation of the Steam curator list. We can even get into the fact that obviously Sweet Baby Inc. was really upset about it because then they tried to cancel Cabrutus Rambo, get his entire Steam account shut down, and have the Steam curator list shut down. So I think that Sweet Baby Inc. clearly thought that their influence and the negative press surrounding the game was negatively affecting them. That's why they sent their employees to try and shut it down. And that campaign to try and shut that curator list down lasted for a good 3-4 weeks. All the way into March. So it definitely did indeed have a role to play. It was what happened. Jason Schreier is lying here because that stuff did happen, and he's trying to claim that it did not. Justin wasn't buying what Schreier was selling because he's lying. That's what happened. He says, right, so it didn't have any effect on development behind the scenes. Hiring practices are turning off millions of fans. Do you not remember this game is what kicked off the Sweet Baby Inc. drama to begin with? To not even mention it is negligent, absent journalism, dishonestly so. And then Schreier says, I asked 24 people who worked on the game what went wrong, and not a single one mentioned the words Sweet Baby. You're chasing angry hallucinations created by grifters who make money off your rage. So this guy is really upset. He is intentionally refusing to discuss it. And then he is now lashing out that people are calling him out for what actually happened and saying, you're just believing angry hallucinations. What you saw didn't actually take place. The facts don't really matter. Absolutely lunatic levels of delusion here. And then Justin kind of mocks him here. He says, I asked a dozen cult members what went wrong in the cult, and not one of them mentioned the Kool-Aid. It's pretty good there. I don't know if I'd be able to think about that. That was really good. But to not even mention it yourself in passing, at least in the article, even if you disagree, come on, man. The game single-handedly kicked off the SBI tracker on Steam. It did. It's the first one on the Sweet Baby Inc. detected curator list created by Cabrutus Rainbow. And nevertheless, Jason says this. Last thing I'll say on this topic. The premise and story of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League were the vision of Sefton Hill, director of the Arkham trilogy. What? I thought you said in your article, let's go back up here. What did you say? A constantly shifting vision. Huh. How is the game's failure due to a constantly shifting vision when it's the vision of Sefton Hill? Well, that doesn't really make sense. How could it have a constantly shifting vision and then be the vision of a singular person? Could you be lying, Jason Schreier? Could you? I think you are. I think you are lying, and I think you're lying through your teeth in all of your interactions here. I think your entire article is a lie. Anyone who tells you that Sweet Baby made them kill Batman or do anything else is lying, period. Now, I don't know if Sweet Baby made them kill Batman. I don't know if Sweet Baby recommended that, but clearly Sweet Baby and their woke agenda definitely affected this game. They obviously had people like Amy Lee Shaw working at Rocksteady. Those people have jumped ship, left Rocksteady, and are now Sweet Baby Inc. employees. That is a fact. So I think that the ideology that Sweet Baby Inc. definitely was pushing, the fact that they hired Sweet Baby Inc. definitely was behind the failure of this game. That woke ideology that they try and push. And as far as journalists like Jason Schreier not covering Sweet Baby Inc., well, they've actually admitted that they do it on purpose. This is an article I wrote back in March. The Verge reporter Ash Parrish admitted to excluding Sweet Baby Inc.'s cancellation campaign in order to push the woke narrative. That's right. She admits it. I'm not going to go over all of this stuff. Obviously, I cover the whole thing here, provide all the background. And then there is tons of posts, DMs on X that Ash Parrish gave to an individual here. You'll read this wrong. You can read all the DMs here. Still got them up here on X. But she admits in all of these DMs that she intentionally did not include the Sweet Baby Inc. harassment campaign against Cabrutus Rambo, against the Steam curator list, because she wanted to ensure that the woke narrative that they were trying to craft was not damaged. She wanted to paint Cabrutus Rambo, paint the people that are participating in the Sweet Baby Inc. detected curator list as villains when they were the ones who were actually being harassed. They were the ones that Sweet Baby Inc. was trying to get shut down. And she admits it. She admits all of it right here. And so I think Jason Schreier is a big liar. I think that he's probably doing exactly what Ash Parrish was doing, and he's trying to paint a narrative on why this game failed that does not include Sweet Baby Inc. because it does not fit within his own worldview that he wants to create. Unfortunately, that is not the truth. We're here to tell you the truth. Sweet Baby Inc. definitely affected the sales of this game. Sweet Baby Inc. was definitely involved in why this game failed. The woke ideology was a massive part of why this game failed. And to not claim that, I think just exposes yourself as a liar. But those are my thoughts on this. Let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, but to always speak the truth.